Wow. Denise, I don't know what to say exactly, and that's not something that usually happens. I think many of you in the audience may know that. But thank you, thank you, thank you. And the only wish that I have at this moment is that our dear, dear friend, Mickey Papp, could be with us today to enjoy this.
She would have.
I am going to go off script for a moment and mention somebody that was incredibly instrumental to many of our careers at Stark & Stark, and that was Mickey Papp. She was Sidney Stark's paralegal, and she inspired and taught us, maybe not the law that you live in law school, but the way that you practice law in service of others, and what it means to come in every day and stand up, not just for the people that you represent, but the people that you work with. And those words that you said, I feel like you're speaking about Mickey, not me. Thank you, Denise.
I'm speaking about you, my friend.
You've been a dear friend of mine my entire career, and a great mentor. Thank you. Look, I am very humbled to receive this award. I didn't know Mike Nizolek. But when I came to Mercer County and I started practicing here, I quickly learned that he was a person that made an impression and left a presence in this community that will never leave. His great loss, his passing, was so clear on the people that I met on a daily basis in 1995 that I can remember it like it was yesterday. What he did in this community for this profession was legendary. And he continues to inspire us every day because he ingrained his values in this association. And through the work that our president does, through the work that Anita and her staff do, every day his legacy lives on by what all of you bring to our community and our courthouses through everything wonderful that you all do. I feel very privileged to be mentioned in the same breath as Mike Nizolek. And I would feel incredibly privileged to be mentioned in the same breath of the many past recipients of this award. 3 of them are Stark & Stark people: Denise Marianne, Albert Stark, and John Saxon. These are all mentors of mine. These are people that not just taught me how to practice, but were role models in how I lived my life. And I can never, ever repay them for what they've done. I want to mention and recognize John Saxon for something additional. Many of you may not know that after 45 years of practicing in this community, and practicing and serving Stark & Stark and its clients, he's retired. And I think we all should give him a round of applause, recognizing an incredible leader. You mean a lot to this community, and you mean a lot to us at Stark & Stark, and we'll not forget that, John. Thank you. We are in a time that institutions really matter. Institutions make all the difference. A strong and independent judiciary is what promises our citizens access to justice, impartial courts, and ultimate fairness. And we're particularly indebted here in Mercer County to our judiciary. Our judges and their devoted staff have worked so hard to keep, and so thoughtfully, to keep our courthouses doing. We're facing judicial vacancy crises right now. We've just gotten through the long COVID disruption, and they've soldiered through and kept those doors open for all of us and all our clients. And we need to be strong with them to make sure the judiciary is protected in these days, weeks, months, and years to come. The other institutions that are so vital to our legal community are the bar associations. The State Bar Association, the County Bar Associations, and the Specialty Bar Associations. They serve as vessels to transmit our values. They instill the values in our young, and they carry the values through generations. And it's through these institutions that connections are truly forged and an experience is truly shared. Institutions like these develop leadership skills. They bond people together. They teach them to be better lawyers, and they teach them to be better people. And importantly, serve as guardrails for our communities by making sure that those who are less off or who are struggling get their legal needs served. And they also provide a vital defense to the judiciary when, in the corners of power, sometimes the judiciary has no voice. You are all soldiers for justice. You are the defenders of the institution. And I challenge all of you in the days and weeks to come to live up to that ideal, to embrace it, and to do good. Over the years, I've been really privileged to work with wonderful leaders in the Mercer County Bar Association, the State Bar Association, the New Jersey Association for Justice, and we should all thank those leaders for the sacrifices that they've given, for the hard work that they've put into these efforts, and for the good work that they've done. Our legal community and ourselves are all better for them. Thank you. Tonight we celebrate the accomplishments of another treasured Mercer County institution, the Bayard Rustin Center for Social Justice. The center is a dedicated queer safe space, a community activist hub with its chief activist Robert, and an educational bridge for LGBTQIA youth, intersectional families, and all that are marginalized throughout the spectrum. They are an invaluable resource to so many. Thank you for everything you do, and we are here for you in the days that come. I want to take a moment to thank my Stark and Stark family. For nearly 30 years, you have meant the most to me. I treasure coming into work every day. I often look forward to leaving at the end of the day, but I come back with renewed vigor every morning. I'm a product of this firm's culture, a culture that Albert Stark started. He built a firm that he desired to see, where the lawyers demonstrated absolute commitment to the interests of our clients through hard work, dedication to each other, and a passion and love for the practice of law. Law nerds. I'm touched that so many members of our firm came out tonight, took time away from their busy lives, and unfortunately may have left their families. Thank you for celebrating with us tonight. It's very meaningful to me. And on a very personal note, thank you, Alexander Mead. You've been my champion. You've given me unending support, and you're the greatest partner anyone could ever have in their personal life. Happy anniversary. I love you. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. I think Denise mentioned earlier that I worked in a casino. I worked in a casino, I never went in a casino. So ask me any advice about gambling. I can't help at all. I do know the difference between red and black. That perhaps I can give you some advice on. But enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy the casino. Thank you very much to the Mercer County Bar Association. This means so much to me. Have a great evening too.